Every single morning, before the sun even came up, Nislo was already awake doing his job. His crowing woke up the whole farm. That sound annoyed people so much they complained about it constantly. Some yelled at him, some threw rocks. Nobody stopped to think that maybe he was actually helping them. And honestly, that happens in real life too. Sometimes the people who do the most for others get appreciated the least. People get used to their kindness. They expect it every day until one day it disappears. Nislo didn't leave because he hated anyone. He left because he was tired. Tired of giving everything and feeling unwanted at the same time. So one morning, he decided he was done. He walked away quietly with the little self-respect he still had left. That same night, thieves came to the farm. No warning, no loud crowing before sunrise. Everyone slept through it. By morning, the animals were gone. The farmers finally understood something too late. Nislo wasn't just noise. He was protection. He mattered more than they realized. That's the painful part about life. A lot of people only recognize your value after you stop showing up for them. And sometimes forgiveness doesn't mean staying. It doesn't mean giving people endless chances either. Sometimes forgiveness is simply choosing peace and walking away from places that keep hurting you. There's nothing weak about leaving quietly. In fact, sometimes silence is the strongest goodbye a person can give. Amara was the kind of friend everybody says they want. Calm, loyal, dependable. Every day he carried Tico across the river because Tico couldn't handle the deep water alone. And for years, Amara kept helping without complaining. The problem was, Tico got comfortable. He stopped appreciating the help. He acted like Amara owed him something. No thank you, no respect, just taking and taking like it was normal. A lot of good-hearted people live exactly like that. They carry everyone else's problems. They keep showing up. They keep giving their energy away. And little by little they get exhausted without even noticing it. One day the river became shallow enough for Tico to cross on his own. The second he realized he didn't need Amara anymore, he jumped away without even looking back. That moment hurt Amara deeply. Not because helping was hard, but because years of kindness meant absolutely nothing to someone he cared about. And honestly, that kind of pain stays with people for a long time. Later, an old heron told Amara something important. Not every burden is meant to be carried. That line hits hard because it's true. Some people enter your life only to take. They expect your support, your patience, your time, but they never ask how you're doing. And eventually, you realize you've been draining yourself trying to save people who never truly valued you. The hardest part is learning to stop. Not out of anger, not out of revenge, but because you finally understand your kindness needs boundaries too. Real maturity is knowing when to help, and knowing when it's time to put the weight down and walk away with peace in your heart. Every morning, Nico sat in front of the same beautiful house hoping someone inside would finally notice him. Maybe they'd give him a little food, maybe a little kindness, maybe just one moment that made him feel wanted. But the door never opened. Still, he kept coming back every single day. And honestly, a lot of people live like that too. They spend years waiting for love, approval, or attention from people who already showed they don't care. Deep down, they know it hurts. But they keep hoping maybe tomorrow will be different. That's what made Nico's story so sad. It wasn't one rejection that broke him. It was the endless waiting. One cold morning, another cat looked at him and said something simple but powerful. You weren't born just to wait. That hit hard, because sometimes we get so emotionally attached to one closed door that we forget there are other paths out there. Better people, better places, better opportunities. But we stay stuck, begging for warmth from someone who never planned to give it. Nico finally understood that too. He looked at the house one last time, then quietly walked away. No anger, no revenge, just acceptance. He stopped wasting his life waiting for something that was never coming. And honestly, that's a kind of healing most people struggle to reach. Some doors are never meant for you. That doesn't mean you're worthless. It just means your peace is somewhere else. Real freedom begins the moment you stop chasing people who keep emotionally starving you. Because waiting in front of closed doors will slowly drain your spirit. But walking away, that's where your life finally starts again. All three stories carry the same message in different ways. Forgiveness doesn't mean you go back to people who hurt you. It doesn't mean you keep tolerating disrespect either. Real forgiveness is quieter than that. It's the moment you stop forcing yourself to stay where you're clearly not valued. It's when you stop knocking on doors that never open. Stop carrying people who only take from you. Stop begging for understanding from people who already decided not to see your worth. And honestly, that kind of forgiveness takes strength. A lot of people think walking away means losing, but sometimes walking away is the healthiest thing you can do for yourself. Not everything deserves another chance. Not every relationship deserves unlimited patience. Some people only bring exhaustion into your life, and the longer you stay, the heavier your heart becomes. That's why protecting your peace matters. You don't have to argue with everyone. You don't have to explain your pain over and over. Sometimes silence says enough. Sometimes leaving quietly is the strongest statement you can make. At the end of the day, self-respect matters more than being accepted by people who never truly appreciated you. And the people who learn how to let go with peace instead of bitterness usually become the strongest people in the end. If today's story connected with you in some way, remember this. Sometimes the strongest people aren't the ones who keep fighting forever. Sometimes they're the ones who finally realize it's okay to let go. Life feels a lot lighter when you stop carrying pain that no longer belongs to you. When you stop chasing people who don't value you. When you learn to forgive, not because others deserve it, but because your own peace matters too. A lot of us spend years holding on to hurt, disappointment, or relationships that quietly drain us. But eventually, there comes a moment where you have to choose yourself. And honestly, that choice can change your whole life. Thank you so much for spending your time with Quiet Growth Lab today. If you enjoy stories about life, healing, personal growth, and real emotional lessons, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video. And if any part of this story spoke to your heart, leave a comment below. Your support truly means a lot and helps Quiet Growth Lab continue creating meaningful stories for people who may need them the most.